Hi everyone, MP Garnagenis here. Yesterday I tabled a significant piece of legislation in Canada's Parliament to provide crucial support to Ukraine and to advance Canada's interests and values. Now there are two big issues driving this bill. First, Ukraine needs weapons. Weapon supplies are the crucial issue for Ukraine. Many Western governments, especially the Canadian government, have talked a big game but have failed to deliver weapons in a timely way. There are many cases in which long-promised weapons from Canada have not yet been delivered. My bill makes a number of important technical changes to streamline the delivery of weapons and remove red tape from the arms export process when weapons are headed for Ukraine. Let's kill the red tape so Ukrainian soldiers can have the weapons and ammunitions that they need. Of course, we also need to invest in and renew the Canadian Armed Forces. My bill does both things at once. It requires the government to regularly review our stockpile of weapons to send Ukraine weapons that are surplus and no longer useful to Canada. The government of Canada should be sending Ukraine the older equipment that Ukraine needs right now, while also investing in renewing our equipment in order to strengthen our military for the future. It's simple. We have equipment that we would almost certainly never use. We should send Ukraine more of what Canada isn't using and purchase for ourselves more of what our military actually will need. The first issue that this bill tackles is weapons. But in addition to weapons, Ukraine needs Canada and other countries to tighten and to tightly enforce our sanctions. The Liberal government shamefully just announced another sanctions waiver. This time one that will strengthen the Russian titanium industry at the expense of potential increases in titanium production here in Canada. Once again, this government is feeding the economy of the aggressor instead of creating jobs in Canada. So my bill would force the government to come up with and present a plan to fast-track energy projects in order to displace and replace Russian commodities. The Russian titanium industry is directly responsible for many Ukrainian deaths, and Russian gas and titanium exports are fueling Putin's war machine. It's time to kick Putin's gas and kick Putin's titanium, and we will do that by fast-tracking energy projects here in Canada. Again, it's a no-brainer. Fight Putin's aggression and support the Canadian economy at the same time by fast-tracking energy projects and sending more weapons and supporting the Canadian Armed Forces in the process. My bill is good for Ukraine, good for Canada, and good for the global cause of freedom and justice. Slava Ukraini, and God keep our land glorious and free.